What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of the best team in FIFA. It's been a while since I've done a proper version of the best team in FIFA. I've done a few of my own squads, but today we are bringing back your guys' teams. If you want to link me teams, link me on twitter.com/NepentheZ. It could be day one teams, chem teams, no chem teams, high rated teams, low rated teams. It makes no difference to me. And today we are going for Coreyed84's team. You'll see it on the screen right now. He says won me Division 1 today with ease as well. So if it won him Division 1 with ease, I will also be playing these games in Division 1. It's a 4-3-2-1 rating. What I'm going to be adopting, guys, is not only his players, but also his chem styles. So if when you do build your teams, to show me if there's anything like that you'd like to see in the team, let me know, of course. And we're going to start in we're not going to start because apparently I'm not starting. Right, here we go. We're going to start in goal, of course, and in goal it is going to be NepentheZ. Now NepentheZ, we are using his non-upgraded card, which is actually probably better with the chemistry style. If you guys know how day one and non-day ones work, the fact that the diving and handling is the same for NepentheZ, he's only got a little bit better reflexes, a little bit better speed, and a little bit better position. The fact that we're using this 85 NepentheZ with a cat chemistry style could make him arguably better than the 86. Now in at the right back, as you probably would have seen on the screen, we have got Hector Bellerin. Now because this is not a day one card, chemistry, fitness, and chemistry styles are non-applicable to him. He came on the team sheet with a basic chemistry style anyway. I'm excited to use him. I haven't really used him much. I've used the team of the season a lot, but he's got really well-rounded card and obviously blistering pace, so really nice there. And then in at centre-back, we have again got a day one version of Laurent Koscielny. Now, once again, I think Koscielny's card is far better as a day one than a non-day one. When you compare them, we're just going to pop him into the squad before we compare them. So we don't know the exact benefits day ones gets of chem boost just yet, but this the Laurent Koscielny that the Corey sent into us is 83 rated with a Sentinel, which boosts his defending and physical. Now when you actually compare the two Laurent Koscielnys, you see that the pace is the same, the shooting is the same, and the passing is the same already. Dribbling is largely irrelevant for a centre-back, so when the Sentinel style goes on the day one Koscielny, he probably has better defensive stats than the 84 version. So it's actually probably a better card to have in at that centre-back spot. The next player we've got, guys, is another day one card. Of course, with Mangala there. I'm not the hugest fan of Mangala. I don't particularly like him whenever I played with him. Medium-high 6'2". Decent pace and good physical, but that 79 defending for me just isn't good enough. And he comes with a gladiator chem style, which is quite interesting. I don't know why you'd want to boost his shooting. I would probably give him Sentinel again just to boost that defending and physical, or potentially something to boost his defending and pace, so the shadow. But my man Corey here had gladiator on him, and I think what we'll do is we'll play a couple of games with them with these chem styles, and I'll change them to the chem styles that I think might be better, and we'll go from there. Next up in defense, we've got Enquiries, of course, another day one version of a card, and I'm excited to use the day one team now that we understand more about chemistry and how the chemistry boosts work with day ones and non-day ones. I'm really excited to see how this team plays. And we get ourselves Enquiries with Shadow on, which really helps him because although his physical's low and you might want to improve his physical, it's so low that any boost isn't really going to make that much of a difference. So boosting his pace and defensive should be pretty good. And that there, guys, makes our defense. I just want to apologize as well if you can hear my dog. He's in the room with me because my girlfriend's out. Usually he's not in here with me and he snores loudly. So I apologize if you can hear him. Now in the midfield, guys, let's throw all three in there straight away and talk about them afterwards. We have got indeed Mesut Ozil, Nemanja Matic, and Kevin De Bruyne. Now, Kevin De Bruyne is not a day one card because he does have a Wolfsburg card in there, even though it's not on Foothead and on Footbin. There is a Wolfsburg version of the Kevin De Bruyne card which makes this Man City one a non-day one card, which means any chemistry, fitness, and chemistry styles are non-applicable to him. Even though he's got engine on, it doesn't make any difference. We then got Nemanja Matic, who comes with a basic chem style, which is interesting to me because I think Matic would really benefit from a hunter, not a hunter card, what's the one that offers pace and defending? Why has this gone out of my head? Catalyst. Is it Catalyst or is Catalyst passing? Yeah, Catalyst passing. So Shadow. I think Shadow would be massive for him there. Boost that pace up, boost that defending up. You've then basically got yourself a world-class CDM with those stats and that 88 physical as well. But he comes as basic, and then we get Mesut Ozil, guys, who comes with an artist chemistry style. And of course, this is the 87 rated, not the 88. And he goes dribbling and passing on the Mesut Ozil, which is decent because he's got a nice card, and boosting the two biggest stats on him might just make him the difference in the midfield. So that is the midfield, guys, and then we'll go into the attack, and again we'll just offer all three attackers up at the same time before talking about them. So what we've got in attack is we've got Memphis Depay, Daniel Sturridge, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now for me, the Ox is someone who's massively underused and really, really good in the game. 4-star, 4-star, high medium, great pace and dribbling, good shooting and passing, and decent physical. Now, once again, a little bit disappointing to see a basic chem style on him here. I think he would massively benefit from something that would boost his pace and his shooting. So maybe like a Hunter chem style for Chamberlain. Not even necessarily pace, maybe his dribbling, shooting, and passing. I think that's Maestro that does that one, isn't it? But yeah, whatever the chem style that would improve dribbling, shooting, and passing, I think would be good for the Ox. And then on the left-hand side, again, Depay with a basic chem style. Very similar card to Chamberlain by way of great pace and dribbling, then good shooting, physical, and passing. He's got a little bit better stats than the Ox in everything, with exception of defending. But I think they make a couple of great wingers. The only downside to Depay, which Oxlade-Chamberlain actually has, is Depay only has a 2-star weak foot, whereas Chamberlain has a 4-star weak foot. And then we get Sturridge up front, guys, who comes with the Hawk chemistry style. Now, the Hawk, for me, not the best idea. I would probably go with Hunter on Sturridge. Boost that pace, boost that shooting. Don't worry about that physical because he's too fast anyway. He's going to get away from the players. But he's got a nice enough card, 2-star weak foot, 3-star skill move. He's not the best for weak foot, but, you know, as long as you get it on that left foot, you should be golden. And with that chemistry style to boost those stats, it's quite nice. Now, the bench, there was no bench included. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and include a whole bunch of BPL players who I think would fit in with kind of the narrative of this team and the kind of value of this team. So like not crazy expensive players, not exactly cheap players either, just a pretty interesting bench that, you know, he'd use as and when he needs them. So we'll go put a Willian on there, and I think that's everyone. Yeah, so we'll throw a bench on there. So this is going to be the team that I'm going to be using, guys. I am going to be playing in Division 1 with this team. I'm going to play a couple games, maybe 2 or 3 games like this, and then I'm going to play 2 or 3 games with I'm gonna give him a fitness card just because, even though I know I don't need to, it's just going to play on my mind if I don't. Then I'll change the chem styles up to what I think they'll be, and I'll play 2 or 3 more games. We're going to get into the gameplay now. We're going to take a look at the best 3 players. If you guys want to know the value of this team, I did build it on Footbin. I'll show it on the screen as well. Let me take a screenshot of Footbin just so I can make sure to remember to put it on the screen. This team, not including the bench, is worth 45,000 coins on Xbox and 62,000 coins on PlayStation. It's super cheap, so if it does and can win Division 1, it might definitely be worth trying and investing in. Let's get into the gameplay. Okay, guys, as we go into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 4-3-3 BPL team. Some really nice players in his team as well. Hazard, Aguero, team of the season Kante, team of the season Virgil van Dijk. He's also got the same Bellerin, the same Koscielny, and the same Clichy as me, so a really similar defense. And this is the first time I've really done the best team in FIFA in divisions. All through the last 3 years I've been doing the best team in FIFA. I've done it in cups generally, divisions every now and then. But I think for the rest of the FIFA 16 and probably for FIFA 17, I'll do the best team in FIFA in divisions. I get that divisions are harder at times and cups are easier at times, but I don't necessarily personally believe that the Division 1 is a true reflection of how a team plays, because not everyone is in Division 1. However, cups, you sometimes get players who are in Division 10 when a lot of people are also in Division 5 or Division 6. So I think Division 1 will be a good reflection of how the team plays. So the first team we came up against, we end up going 1-0 down. We end up getting back into the game on the stroke of half-time with Kevin De Bruyne. And how did this team play? You'll see on the right-hand side of the screen, the best 3 players were Ozil, Sturridge, and Memphis Depay. But also big mention to Oxlade-Chamberlain, and a big mention as well to Kevin De Bruyne, because I think those 5 players were just amazing. And having the Nemanja Matic in midfield with that height, with that strength, was really good. We end up taking a 2-1 lead, and then we get the ball here with Memphis Depay. He cuts on the inside, gets into the space, does a couple of step overs, drills in, and then smashes that one to the near post. And I tell you what, I haven't played with day one players in I don't know how long. Probably since Team of the Year came out. Maybe even before then, because of the amount of informs and such that came out. It was refreshing playing with a day one team with 10 chem, with chem styles, because they feel great. Like, I've been playing with like 99 Ronaldo, 98 Suarez, etc., and they feel good. I have a lot of fun with them. But for some reason, a team like this, and it was the same last year, and it was the same the year before, and whatever we do know or don't know about chemistry and glitches and how, you know, chemistry works and what negative impacts we get and whether there's handicap, script and momentum, put all that to one side. For some reason, 100 chem, full gold league teams seem to be OP as shit. So we're going to the next game. We come up against another really nice team. He's got Messi, upgraded Aguero, De Bruyne, Eden Hazard, Torre, the informed Smalling, the team of the season Aldo Reveld. He's got the record breaker Petr Cech. He's got informed Mane, and then he's got Walker and Rose. So another really strong team there. But yeah, like when we put all that to the side, this team just feels amazing. Like if you if you showed me Suarez and Sturridge on the game, I'd know which one was Suarez and which one was Sturridge. I mean, first and foremost, one of them's black and one of them's white, right? But in general, you can tell which player is which by looking at them. If you made like a stock version of just a 6 foot, 6 foot guy, regular build, regular color, like white, whatever, white, black, it doesn't make any difference, and gave him the stats of Suarez, and then did the exact same and gave him the stats of Sturridge, I would find it difficult to tell the difference between the two. I'm not necessarily saying Sturridge is as good as Suarez, and for certain, I'm saying that, you know, Sturridge doesn't have 4-star skill moves, he doesn't have 4-star weak foot, like, there are certain extras that Suarez gives that Sturridge doesn't have, but in general, Sturridge was amazing as the target man. We ended up going 2-1 down in this game, so we went behind in the first game, we went behind in the second game. We came back here in the 60th minute with Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain getting the goal. And I think the difference between the good players and the great players for good FIFA players is the agility and the quickness that they can do the skill moves with. Sometimes the difference between like a Sturridge and a Suarez would be Suarez being able to put in that unbelievable long shot that Sturridge couldn't. But when it comes to the fundamentals of FIFA, when it comes to the basics, when it comes to the generic passing and the generic skill moves, the ball rolls, the fake shots, the heel-to-heel flicks, the body feints, when it comes to the shooting from clever angles inside the box, across the body of the keeper, the near post OP, finesse shots, etc., etc., you'll struggle to find a difference between the best players in FIFA and the very good goal players in FIFA. And I think the fact that people like Depay and Chamberlain have good pace, good dribbling, and 4-star skill moves sets them on a level above a lot of team of the season players that I've played with in those positions. You know, when I play with Di Maria a lot, I love Di Maria because, you know, his team of the season has a lot of strength. He's quite big. He's got good pace and good strength. When you get Depay, he's got good pace. He's got good strength. He's got 4-star skill moves. You're hard pressed to find a massive difference between a Memphis Depay and a team of the season Di Maria. Yes, okay, team of the season Di Maria is blue, chemistry doesn't apply to him, fitness doesn't apply to him. He's Di Maria, he's blue, like he's got a massive card rating on his card, he's got height and stats that Depay doesn't have. But like I say, when it comes to the fundamentals and the absolute basics of playing FIFA, Depay is as good as Di Maria. When it comes to the extravagancies, when it comes to the application of skill moves and the kind of ability to complete and finish long shots and the epic finesse shot that you might hit from the top of the box, or that one time where that extra strength might help you outmuscle a defender, yes, Di Maria obviously is head and shoulders better than Memphis Depay in that situation. But that's happened so few and so far between in FIFA that I'm at the stage again in FIFA, which I've been at many times in many FIFAs, where I'm tempted to just go back to a gold team because it seems to work just as good. This is Division 1 gameplay, obviously. I've come up against some good teams. This was probably the weakest team that I came up against. Yet again, we went behind. We've been behind in all 3 games now that we played so far. I did manage to get back on terms at 2-2 after 35 minutes, and I was easily the better player of this game. You know, the fact that I was 2-0 down was relatively frustrating. My opponent was barely creating any chances. Into the second half we go. Oxlade-Chamberlain gets in, cuts the ball back. There is Memphis Depay. And it's shots like that it doesn't matter if you're Memphis Depay, it doesn't matter if you're Oxlade-Chamberlain, it doesn't matter if you're Danny Ings, doesn't matter if you're Cristiano Ronaldo, you're scoring them. Like, that's not where the bonus stats come from. So in terms of the best team in FIFA, and could this be considered the best team in FIFA? Absolutely it could. This team is clearly good enough to win Division 1. I'm in my third Division 1 game here. I won the first one 4-1. I won the second one 4-3. I'm now 5-2 up against my opponent in this one. Memphis Depay again scoring an absolute banger. I think Depay got 2 goals there. Sturridge and Chamberlain scored. And in all 3 games now, all 3 of my attackers have scored. And 1 of my midfielders scored. In the first game, I do believe it was De Bruyne. The second game, it was Ozil. The third game, it was Matic. Ozil in that game picking up 3 assists. And bear in mind and remember, guys, this team is worth 45,000 coins. And there are many changes you can make instantly for cheap if you don't like it. Mangala for Cahill. Bellerin for Walker. If you don't like Clichy and you like pace in your defence, because Bellerin isn't a day 1 card, put Bellerin at left back, he plays to the same grade. Put Kyle Walker at right back, you've now got 2 blisteringly fast fullbacks. Maybe it improves the team a little bit. In terms of the midfield, where could you improve it? Maybe you'd swap out Yaya Toure from Nemanja Matic. On the wings, you might look for Alexis Sanchez over a Memphis Depay. You might look for a Willian over an Oxlade-Chamberlain, and you might look for something like an Aguero up front. But in general, this team is like, it's good enough. It's very good. And as we go into the last game for today's episode, we come up against another really, really nice team. He's got good players in his team. Lewandowski, Robben, some upgraded, some day 1s, and he ends up taking a 1-0 lead there. Really nice goal from Muller. Beautiful fake shot. Just completely sold me on the dummy. He played the through ball through to Muller. Muller shoots and scores. Absolutely fantastic goal. Can't take anything away from that. And then not too quickly after that, or actually, sorry, quite quickly after that, he breaks off me again. And Marco Reus here down the left-hand side. He's got options in the middle. He waits and waits and waits. He cuts it across to Lewandowski. And I go 2-0 down again. So I've been down in all 4 games so far. We came back and won 3 of the 4. Can we come back and win this one? Well, yes, we can, because this team is just that good, and it did feel so clean. I've played with gold teams before where I've had to fight with the team so hard and really focus and really concentrate to make sure that I could play the game and get chances and get into the game. But with this team, it didn't feel like that. With this team, it was just, I don't want to say easy to play with it, because I still had to work hard, I still had to focus. But the players themselves made it relatively easy to do things with. And we end up getting 2-1 here. He got himself Aurier, I think his right back was. I think he got him sent off, or whoever his right back was, he got sent off. And he didn't make a change until I'd scored the first goal to bring it back to 2-1. I ended up breaking off of his own corner. Sturridge with a fantastic fin, and then that's where I say again, it doesn't matter if you're Sturridge, it doesn't matter if you're Ronaldo, it doesn't matter if you're Messi, Neymar. You could be a pro, you know, Gareth Bale's pro player card, it makes no difference. That's a goal for someone as low rated and as cheap as Daniel Sturridge, you know, 83 rated, a few thousand coins to get him in your team, and he scores absolute bangers. We then get a lucky break with an own goal from Sergio Ramos, although my attacker was there to put the ball in the back of the net. And for the first time this FIFA, this free kick works for me. And that is genuinely the first time that has ever worked for me, not in this FIFA, just in any FIFA. So we go 4-2 up. We get the ball here with Mesut Ozil. He plays it out wide to Daniel Sturridge. This guy is all at sea at this point. He's trying to foul. He's giving up penalties. The ball falls to Nemanja Matic. Matic into Ozil. Drag back is beautiful. Great shot from Ozil. And he makes it 5-2. So 4-1, 4-3, 5-2, 5-2. 4 straight Division 1 wins. I showed you at the very end that it was Division 1 every single game. Even though you can see it says seasons in the top left, I could have been on a different account or whatever. You know, people like to try and say that it's all fake or whatever. But yeah, it was all Division 1, and this team from top to bottom was spectacular. If anything, it lacked a little bit of physicality, but in general, this team was utterly sensational. And you can see here, guys, that we get 3 more points in Division 1. And now we're going to go ahead and talk about the team and show you the stats. So guys, that was the gameplay. We ended up picking up 4 straight wins in Division 1. So to the guy that said to me he won Division 1 with ease, yes. It's only going to show the last 3 results there, but you would have seen at the end of every single one that I picked up a win. 4-3, 5-2, 5-2, and I do believe it was 4-1 in the first game. There were some problems with this team. I feel like the team is a little bit weak. I don't think the physicality is very high. I'm probably going to look at the players and be completely wrong. We're going to go through them and have a look. So Bellerin has got 75. Sorry, Bellerin has got 70, 75, 85 and 68. So only Mangala with the mid-80s or higher in the defence. Matic obviously very strong as well. Ozil at 57. De Bruyne at 75 is quite strong, and then the attack line has got like mid-70s. So yeah, it's a little weak physically. I'd like a few more 80s to 85s in there, and I found that the defence was caught out a few times. You know, I went 2-0 down twice and came back to win 5-2 twice. I did change after 2 games the chemistry styles, and it reflected well. I felt like all 3 strikers or all 3 attackers their shots were better, they were faster. You saw in every game a midfielder scored. Ozil got 1, De Bruyne got 1, Matic scored in 2 of the games. 2 goals, I think, in one of the games as well. Ozil picking up a whole bunch of assists for me. 4 games, 2 goals, 4 assists. Matic getting 4 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. De Bruyne getting 5 games, 3 goals. Obviously, you already had a game there played for me. Then you got the Ox with 4, 3 and 2. Daniel Sturridge with 4, 4 and 3, the star man of the team. And Depay 4, 4 and 2, another absolute superstar. I actually think these Depay, Sturridge and Ozil were probably the best players for me out of the whole game, out of the whole team. Clichy there with 2 assists in the 4 games. Mangala doing nothing. Koscielny doing nothing. And Bellerin picking up 3 assists. So what you got from this team was goals and assists all around, with exception of the centre-backs, which is what you expect. I think the team generally played really well. It's a really good budget team, a Division 1 winning budget team. The only problem with the team is that you are going to have to constantly apply fitness cards or use the fitness squad to rotate to regen the fitness, because they don't have the fitness glitch other than Bellerin and De Bruyne. But guys, this is going to be the end of the best team in FIFA. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to send your teams in on twitter.com/NepentheZ. This is the end. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.